Hello, I'm running behind today. Had to get my tea. Oh, one of those things. Oh, I forgot to turn my volume down. See, I'm telling you, it's gonna be one of those days. All right, I'm here. I'm ready. And I have my tea. I hope you have your beverage of choice. My name is Robbie Verbala, and I just realized I don't have one of my stamps. So when I get to it, I'll have to do it. I'm an independent, hey Barb, I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in New Bern, North Carolina. I love sharing my ideas with you and inspiring you to use your supplies. And that's what I hope to do today. I have a fun, it's kind of like a technique to show you. And it's not hard to do. Hey Jenny, there's one card I'm gonna do and I'll tell you what's gonna happen, but I won't have time to get it done. But I do have to get a stamp for that other one. I forgot, so I guess I'll be looking for something afterwards. Or if I can think of something real quick, I'll see what I can come up with. How is everybody doing today? I hope you're having a great day. And, oh, I gotta use that one. Are ready to have some fun and play. I'm looking through my book real quick. Oh, I don't have that one. That one would have been a good one to use. Hey, Marie. All right. I'll just keep looking and see what I can find while I chit chat. I saw this online. That one would have been a good one. I don't have that one. And the person who used it had used stamps that we had in the last catalog that were shapes. I don't know if they're in this one or not. I don't have those, but I thought, well, you could do the same thing with blocks. So I'm going to show you how to do it with your blocks. Hopefully, it will turn out. I've done it before, so we'll find out. I was going to do it on watercolor paper, and then I said, maybe not. So let me get straight here, and I'm really quickly looking to see everything I have. Ooh, that one would work. I know which one I'm going to use. And is it up there? No, it's over on the other side. So I will grab it in a minute, and we'll get started. So we had some rain last night. Not a whole lot. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, and I hope we get it because we desperately need rain down here. It's really interesting. I live in New Bern, and the city is here, and then the Neuse River is here, and then we're down here, but we're part of the city. It's a long story, but we're part of the city. But the river, and there's a bridge across it, that's the dividing line. If it rains in New Bern, we don't get it here. We can get it here, and they don't get it up there. So it's like that river splits it. It can be pouring in New Bern, you cross that bridge and it's dry. Or it can be pouring here, cross that bridge, and it's dry up there. It's the strangest thing, but it happens all the time. So hopefully this is all on the south coming up. There's a tropical storm forming there, and I'm hoping that hey Betty Ann, that it just kind of follows up and gives us some rain because it is coming from the south. So maybe we'll get it. And of course, maybe I moved from one area where we got a lot of our weather from the south. Maybe this one is the same way. Yeah, it's pretty bad, Jenny. Water, everywhere is needing it. Hey, Carol. And then there's Texas and places like that have so much water they're flooding. So doesn't make sense. It's crazy. All right, it's time for me to flip this around and get started. I have chatted long enough. I'm going to take one more sip. You got a few seconds to get your tea or whatever you want. And to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay. Now, I'm going to try something. No, I'm not. I was going to. Oh, before I forget, next Saturday, I'm going to try something. Because I can't flip my phone and all, I'm having, I'm just not happy with the way all my things changed. I'm going to go live on Facebook. I will put the link here, not Facebook, YouTube. I'm going to try it. They've changed their parameters. You used to have 1,000 subscribers. Well, now you don't have to. And so I'm going to try going live. It'll be at the same time, but I'm going to be in YouTube rather than Facebook. A lot of people have had their videos, sections of it blocked out. They're saying that they're violating copyright laws. It's not. They've got a big glitch, Facebook. So I'm going to try YouTube next Saturday. So I will post the link off and on throughout the week, and then again on Saturday so you can get it. So you would go to YouTube to see me next Saturday. If it works, I'm going to cross my fingers. All right, close your eyes because I'm getting ready to do that awful flip. And I had heard there's a way to do this without having to do all of this shenanigans stuff, but I haven't played with it. I need to get into, I have a group that I'm in with a friend. And so what I need to do is get into it and give it a try. You can open your eyes now. So, hopefully that will work. Oh, sorry, Jenny. I have to try it because so many people are, like I said, they're having issues with Facebook blocking them. And I mean, some of the places have shut down. Some of the sites have had their, excuse me, their Facebook page shut down. They can't get in it. They're locked out for a week at a time because of that. I don't control Facebook. Facebook has control, even though this is my page, it has control over it. And I don't like that. So I'm looking at using YouTube as a possibility to do it. Now, the other thing I can try is using Zoom and streaming in. But again, Facebook controls that and they can very easily say, nope, third party can't do it. So we'll see. All right, like I said, this idea, before I go on, you know, I wanted to let you know, I do monthly classes each month. And these are open to everybody. Demonstrators are welcome. But I thought I'd give you a little sneak peek real quick of the cards I'm doing this month. And this month, my focus is on Awash in Beauty. And I'm using the stamp set, the paper, things like that. So that's what I'm doing. So I have 3 levels of classes. I have the beginner, I have the intermediate, the beginner plus, and the advanced. The beginner are for people who are just learning to stamp. And these are the cards we're going to do in my beginner plus class. Excuse me. Or beginner class. The beginner plus class, you have a few supplies. You know, can do some things with them, you know, but you're looking to kind of expand your skills. So I'm going to do these cards in the advanced plus class, beginner plus. I can't get my thing straight. And then finally my advanced class. And my advanced class have lots of supplies. They're looking for techniques. They're looking for fancy folds, things like that. And these are the cards we're going to do in that class. And 2 of these are fancy folds. So there's that. And let me see if I can find my paper. Here it is. I was playing with an idea that I saw on a YouTube video. And I thought, I can do that. And I can use glue. So I've used our multi-purpose liquid glue. And this is the thing, I'm only going to share this with you real quick, but that's what it is. That's going to be the background of one of the cards, not this month, but next month. I'm focusing on Let's Set Sail. So that's one of them. That's going to be in my advanced class. So we're going to have lots of fun with that one. All right, so let's get started with today's idea. I'm starting with a panel of white, and it's the normal 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm using 3 colors of ink. I'm using saffron, daffodil, and mango, and a block. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to open up my saffron, and I'm going to put it there. I'm going to do my daffodil and put it here, and my mango and put it here. You don't really need to see the ink pads. You need to see this area. And I have a block and I have a towel because I'm going to use my towel to clean it in between. And I've got something on this side. You want a block that's clean when you do this. So, oops, I forgot my water. All right, I'm going to make my backgrounds and then come back because they have to kind of dry. So I'm going to take my block. All right, now I have to spray this with water, and I don't want it to get all over this because when I spray it's going to go. So I'm going to spray it behind me. And I've sprayed it quite a bit because you really want it runny, and I may have it too much. Yeah, I do. It's you got to be careful on this. I've sprayed it too much, but you want to set it down. All right, not working. Good thing I have an extra piece. Let's try it the other way without the water. I may have put on too much water, but I have an extra piece of white, so we're okay. All right, so I'm going to take my block. All right, and I'm going to take and I'm going to stamp it here. See, this is the problem. I don't get a good. All right. You know what I might do? Now I'm going to my daffodil. I'm going to spray it just a little. Let's see if that works. I got a lot of bubbles on this one. All right. All right, there. And then I'm going to go to my mango. Oops, I got a spot that didn't get anything. All right, the one spray works. I have a pretty hefty spray bottle. Ooh, that one looks good. I'm going to try something. No, I'm not. All right, I'm going to end it with another saffron. I'm going to kind of move this one around a little bit. And I am varying. Saffron just doesn't want to work as well, but that's okay. All right, so there's my yellow. I'm going to set this aside because it is pretty wet and let it dry while we do the next one. Betty Ann, I know I'm so excited about the Awash and Beauty this month, and I am having fun playing with the ideas for the Let's Set Sail class. I try to have my cards ready before my this month's class for next month so that the ladies can see it. All right, this time, and I have a different block each time because it's just easier. All right, this time I'm going to use Highland Heather. So I had to get my purple in for my purple people. All right, so I've got Highland Heather, Orchid Oasis. I don't know how this is going to look, but we'll find out. And Gorgeous Grape. So I'm choosing 3 colors that are together, so to speak, that are the same color. 3 different shades of the same color. That sounds better. All right, now I am going to, my Highland Heather is very, very dark. So where's this piece? I'm going to off stamp it so it's not as dark. Oh, pooh, I just stamped that on the wrong one. Well, darn, I'll have to hide it. Okay. All right. I'm going to try and, okay, I'm going to go this way this time. you want it like this. I'm just having a hard time today with it. All right, so that's light. Now I'm going to use my, woohoo, that one is very dark. All right, I'm going to let some of that drip off. Of course, it went down the side of the block and not, okay. That one was good. And now I'm going to do my gorgeous grape. I find if you take and twist it, it gives it a little bit more I'm getting overspray on my hands, so I have to be careful that I don't get it on my card. All right, and this one is going to go, I've got some spots down here that it doesn't want to go to. I'm going to try something. I'm going to take a piece of paper and see if I can pull it down there. Oh, I did it over top, and now I have a drip. Oh. Well, hey, as you can see, oh, I shouldn't have twisted it. All right, well, this will be interesting. If anything, like I said, I make the mistakes, so you don't have to. All right, so there's that, but look at my hands. Oh, I've got to be very careful. Let me wipe them off so I don't get ink on them. I have yellow and purple on my hands. And get that out of here. All right, and I've got one more. And I've got 4 shades of blue I'm going to use. So I'm going to close these up, and then we'll go back and we'll make the cards. I grabbed this one and stamped it on the back thinking it was my the one I messed up, the first one. But it wasn't, so what a mess. All right, so I've got this. And for this one, I'm going to use Balmy Blue. All right, I'm going to set that there. Tahitian Tide. Ooh. All right. Starry Sky. I'm going to be an inky mess after this. And my last color is Night of Navy. And I know you're saying, what are you doing? All right, let me make sure this is clean. All right, first color is the Balmy Blue. All right, since I get overspray, I have my towel on my chair. All right, this one, oops, it dripped on me, so. Okay, this one's gonna go, I'm gonna come off a little. There. Not the best. Some colors work really well and others don't. I'm finding that out. So there's the Balmy Blue. Now let's do the Tahitian Tide. Might have something to do with how inky your pads are too. Now this one this is very inky and it's got a lot of, bubbles in it. Let me see. I thought I might be able to blow them, but I couldn't. But I did get rid of them with the water. All right, let me see. All right, oops, it's dripping on me. All right, so there's that was Tahitian Tide. I have to really wipe off my block because it was all over the place on that. There's that one. Now I have 2 left, and it's Starry Sky. So if you notice, hey Diana, what I'm doing is, all right, I'm going to go this way. Oh, that one was really good. I think the juicier the pad, the better. And I may try going back over those. And then the last one is Night of Navy. But what I did find to get a good coverage is I'm putting my block down and I'm twisting it so that I'm getting some good ink on there. And then I'm spraying it, like I said, quite a bit. Okay, it's dripping again. Okay, this one is really splotchy. Hang on, let me spread it. It might be a good idea. Well, I took it all off. That won't work. Let me try again. All right. I sprayed it a ways away. All right, that one went that way. The key is the spray of the water, but you'll get the idea. And it might do better on watercolor paper. This might be something that I try with watercolor paper, but I didn't think the watercolor paper would be dry in time. All right, so I'm going to set this one aside, and I'm going to go back. This is my spray bottle. Ooh. So, you know, it's a fine mist spray, which is what I want. So many of the others it comes out in blobs. I wanted a mist, and I get that. All right, I'm going back to my yellow one. All right, and I pulled in the script from, and it's on there crooked, from, what is the stamp set? Quiet Meadow. Any script would work. And I think I'm going to use, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in a piece of paper. And it's still kind of wet, so I have to be careful. I'm going to use my Memento, but I'm going to off-stamp it. All right, because I want it light. All right, so I'm going to add some there. I probably could have done this with a gray. I'm going to add some there. And that may not have been a good place to do that. I probably should just go straight down. We'll find out. And maybe I have to adjust. All right. Oh, I forgot to off-stamp that one. Darn. Okay, so there I have it. Then I'm going to pull in the black, and I am using Garden Wishes, and this is the Dandelion one. And I'm going to stamp this on here, like so. And then that's going to go on a card, but it's wet. I can't put anything on there yet because it's still so wet, and you really don't see that too much. So you'll see the finished card when I post them, but this is not dry. It's still pretty wet. So there's that one. Now I had the purple one, and I need to run and get my stamp set. This one is the one I'm going to use on here. All right, and I need a big block. Oh no. Where are all my blocks? Hang on. All right, I don't have anything under there that I could use. Give me a minute, I gotta get a block. Okay. Yeah, this will work. I didn't know if it would work, if it's going to be wide enough. Oh, thanks, Betty Ann. All right, now I'm going to do this one, and I'm stamping all of these in purple. I mean, in black. All my images in black, because you want a silhouette kind of thing. I chose open images. All right, but you can very easily do closed images so that it's dark. And I think I might do that one for the next one. All right. And I'm stamping my image where my pattern is. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do over here. I may just put a sentiment. So you'll have to come back and see. Like I said, it's one of those things. All right. Now I got to find all my... This is my blue one. And I'm going to do, I think it would be better for this. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to stamp my, I'm going to do the sailboat on this one. And I have not figured out how to stamp my images so one punch would punch everything out. So let's see if I can get it today. All right, I'm going to take this piece, that's the one I messed up on, and I'm going to create what is known as a template. All right, and this is my template. So I'm going to take another piece of white, and wouldn't you know it, I don't have one over here that's big enough for it. Give me a minute. I gotta grab a piece of paper to do it. If you create your template, then you can use the template to stamp by, and then all you have to do is, I'm going to do it at 3.5. Stamp everything that you want on your template, and then do one punch. So what I'm going to take and do is I'm going to do that, and now I have to get my pieces. And this works really well. This works really well if you have the photopolymer stamps because you can see through it. And I stuck that one on there to dry. So I'm going to take my black because you can see this may not work. We'll find out. Of course. All right, so there's that. All right, got that one. Whew. Close enough that I can fudge it. All right, now I've got this one. All right, and I was soaking this because it was, I used dark, like red on it, Blackberry Bliss. So consequently, it was stained, so I was soaking it. All right, now this one goes in here, and I'm actually looking at it from the side. All right, got it. It's off a little bit, but that's okay. I got to get this back in here now. And then I've got the last one to stamp. So we'll find out if this works. It's best if you can lay your stamps in. I didn't think of that. All right, I'm going to hold that in place. Not bad. I'm going to move this. I missed that part right there. All right. If you can lay this on your paper and then put all your stamps on and pick it up with one block, that works better. I should have thought of that, but I didn't. All right, let's see if this works. Cross your fingers, ladies. Oop, it's too big. So I've got to cut it down. It's, well, I don't even see. Here they are. As I say, I don't see my yucky scissors. I shouldn't say yucky. They're just scrap. All right, let's see. Oh my gosh. Ah. Ooh, that might work too if you used a light color for the template. I didn't think of that. But what I was saying is put this down, take your stamp and put your stamp in here, and this one in, and this one in, and then pick them all up on one block, and then you don't even need to worry about the template. So lots of ideas there. So you have to find the one that works for you. All right, so now I'm going to put this together on here, and I'm going to use some dimensionals. So, and naturally, all my dimensionals are at my other table. never fails. When I need them over there, they're here. If I need them over there, over here, they're over there. All right. And I cut my dimensionals in half, and using a half of one fits on the bottom. I don't worry about the top. And then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of here. And what I do is usually I put one at the bottom and then one the other way at the top. So I have one going up and down and one going side to side. So if you have that set, that template is a good idea. Look at my fingers. Oh my gosh. And I'm going out after this to run errands. People are going to look at me strange. All right. Okay, I've got those. I'm just going to take all my backs off. Now, if you have, and I do, I'm gonna veer off again, ladies. This is how I roll. I start playing and then ideas come to me. All right, I have an old embossing folder. It's this one. So I'm going to move these up here out of the way. And I'm going to use my embossing folder. And I want the raised side. This is the side with the lines. All right. So I'm going to put this down. And I'm kind of, I think I'm going to use Balmy Blue for my waves. So I'm going to get an idea of where, all right, I'm going to ink up very lightly, and I'm using the wrong end. You want to use the end that had the pad is close to the edge because you have a little bit more room. It's a little bit easier. You hit, because you have to do it at a low angle, you hit this and you don't get the good coverage. All right, now this I'm going to put on, and I'm going to go all the way across right about there. I probably did more than I need, so, but that's okay. And then I'm going to, this will give you subtle waves. So I'm pressing down, and if you have, this is one of those whiteboard erasers. This is good for this kind of thing. So if you have one of those, some of you have those things that you hold for your Stamparatus and all. Okay, so I've added some waves. Now I just have to remember to wash that. It won't hurt it. You just have to wash it. Okay, now it's time to put our boat on. And you'll have to let me know what you think of this one. I know it won't be finished, but let's put our boat right about there. I probably have more waves than I need, but that's okay. All right. And then when you put this one on, you want the top and the bottom where that pole is. So you kind of have to, overlap it some. And then here's this one. And this one might be one that you don't want to do in the black. Maybe you want to do it in the color. But I think the black just kind of adds to it. So there it is. Hey, Renee. Oh, and I'm on low battery. Woohoo! I'm going to go be lost on my computer soon and won't know if I'm there. But there's the 3 cards, or layers, I should say. So I'm thinking with this one, and I can't put it together, I'm going to try either daffodil or mango as a background, and I think I'm going to use some of the gold ribbon that we have. I think that would be pretty on there. This one, I've got to play with my backgrounds to see which one will work. And I have, oh, you know what I have? I have the pastel pearls, and I'll add a sentiment. And this one, I think all I'm going to do is add this to the paper, but I can't do anything. It's still real wet. So that's something to think about. And I may even, thanks Betty Ann, I may even try, that's okay, Kim, try watercolor paper so you can see the difference. But I like this idea, so I may have to do a video about that and show. Thanks, Renee. Oh, thanks, Barb. So some ideas for ways to use stamps, paper, and ink, and I am going to embellish them with some things, but sometimes you want to look for out of the ordinary, and I used block B. You could do it with A, but then you'd get a lot of little tiny pieces, and if you used C, I think your blocks are too big. It overpowers your image. So that's what I wanted to share today. And like I said, I will finish the cards and share them with you. And it's time for me to flip this up. So close your eyes and we'll see what happens. Now, don't forget, if you like my video, share it, tell your friends, and don't forget, next Saturday, I will post the link. I'm going to try using YouTube, only because I'm afraid sooner or later, Facebook is going to get me. And it's like, you know, I don't want to shut down. I don't want to be shut out. I can't respond to anybody or anything. And so next Saturday, I'm going to go live on YouTube. I will send the link to you. So all you have to do is click the link and you won't go anywhere else but that page that I'm doing my live on. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to give it a try and see and go from there. And if not, we'll be back to flipping because I don't think my buttons are going to come back. All right, ladies, have a great day. Cross your fingers we get some rain because we need it badly. And I'm going to try to clean up as best I can before I go out. So I spritzed the block before I did these, Kim, and that's why they're wet. And they have to dry. But I think the key is your pad needs to be really juicy because this is a new pad. It was really juicy. This was a new pad. And then when you spritz, you can't do it heavy. I tried to be a ways away and spritz. So, because if not, then it runs everywhere. So there's some playing, but you know, I kind of think the imperfect blocks are fun. So just pull them out and play. You never know. I've used the big block, D, I think it is. D. No, it's even bigger than that. I've used this one, which is E, for a background, and I've done the whole thing on the card, and it goes like, I mean, it covers almost the whole thing, and use that. But again, you have to spritz it, and then you have to stamp it, and then you have to let it dry. But usually that's not a big deal for me because I can do it and then come back to it the next day. All right, guys, next Saturday, YouTube. Bye.